Here are the steps on how to pitch a dome tent. First, we're going to have to find a good and safe location for our tent. Second, we're going to lay out the footprint. Now, the footprint is a waterproof sheet that adds a layer of extra protection from the base of our tent to the ground. Third is we're going to have to lay out the base of our tent. We put it directly above the footprint. Next is we assemble the poles. Now the poles are what makes our tent stand up. Then we will match the poles to the grommets of the tent body and the footprint. Then we will attach the tent body to the poles. Next is we'll lay out the rain fly on top of the tent. Now the rain fly is a water resistant and is intended to keep rain, snow, and other natural elements out of the tent. Next is we stake out the tent. We hammer down the stake onto the ground. Now this serves as an extra protection in case there will be natural elements like wind to keep our tent in place. And lastly is we tighten up the rain fly on top of our tent. And now we have pitched up our tent.
To take down a tent, first remove all dirt and belongings so that the tent is clean and clear. Next, ensure that all your tent pegs have been collected and placed in their bag. Next, take any poles out of the fly sheet and fold them up into the pole bag. Ensuring the fly sheet is dry and clean, lay it out on the inside floor of the tent as flat as possible. Fourth, open all tent doors and remove all tent poles. This will ensure that any air inside the tent will escape rather than becoming trapped. Remove all the poles and place them folded back into the pole bag. Next, fold the main tent. Go over the tent, removing any creases and air pockets. Sixth, place the fold bag at one end of the tent and roll it around. Lastly, tie it all up and put it in the bag.
Good day everyone, so here is how to make a simple and very doable DIY tent. First, you need to find solid pillars that can sustain and can make your DIY walls and ceiling stand. In this video, we are using 4 wooden chairs as pillars of our DIY tent. Second, we are going to use fine sheets of cloth or blankets for our ceiling and walls. After that, we will be needing a thick blanket or a small portable bed or a camp bed for us to lay down. Now, the pillows are optional. We can also use our bags as pillows, but in this video, we will be using some pillows. Last but not the least, we will be needing a small lamp or light to brighten up our DIY tent. That's all.
Good day everyone, so here is how to make a simple DIY tent. So first things first is to wear a complete hiking attire. So the first step is that you need to find a hard and strong surface to tie in through your rope. Second is to cover it with a fine sheets of clothes or blankets. Third is to put a mat below the cloth. Fourth is to put a blanket on top of the mat. And after putting the blanket, don't forget to put some pillows for comfortable sitting or sleeping. Fifth is to put hard rocks or heavy bottles between the clothes so it will be easier to go through the DIY tent. And now for the final step is to have some flashlights or gas lamps to brighten up inside our DIY tent. That's all. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.
Hello, I am Engwa and let me show to you how I did my DIY tent. First step is that I used the umbrella as the main holder. I inserted it in a pile of curtains so that it won't fall. Then I arranged my pillows and blanket. I also balanced my illustration board to the umbrella, making it a roof for my tent. Then I connected two of my curtains together. Next, I put the connected curtains on top of my illustration board, and as you can see, I tried to balance it, and it worked. Then I connected the edges of the curtain so that the space would get bigger inside. And as what we can see, I am almost done. I adjusted the curtain so that it won't fall. And finally, I am done adjusting it. Lastly, I took and put the pillow inside. Adjust, and adjust some more. And I am done. This is my DIY tent. Thank you for watching.
For this DIY tent, we are gonna need a large tarp, decent sized wood or stick, but if you're gonna be using stick, it should be thick, and ropes, but this is optional. Now that we're done with the materials, let us proceed to the procedure. So the first thing you do when you are making your DIY tent is to find a nice place to pitch your DIY tent. With the materials prepared, set the wood or thick stick in between two stable surfaces. The stable surface should look like the one on the picture shown. And when the wood is properly set in place, carefully place the tarp on top of the two stable surface with the wood in the middle supporting the tarp. As shown in the picture, it should look like that. For the last step, it is optional, but secure the DIY tent using ropes by tying the ends on a stable surface or by the ground. This is to ensure that the wind does not blow the tent off.